Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be diving into some truly unsettling news surrounding the health and ongoing care of television icon Wendy Williams. Now, for months, the public has been grappling with the reality of Wendy's declining health, her guardianship, and her presence in an assisted living facility, which she calls a high-priced prison. But a new, deeply concerning revelation has just come to light, painting a picture that many are finding hard to process. Now, there's a new documentary out, and it's diving into the complexities of Wendy's recent life. And they've made some shocking claims. Now, among them, a particular incident from July 2024, which, if true, marks a significant and heartbreaking turn in Wendy's care. Now, according to the reports stemming from this documentary, on her birthday in July of last year, Wendy Williams was allegedly involved in an incident that led to her being moved from her regular care facility floor to where she is now. Now, that claim, they say that Wendy, despite her health challenges and being under supervised care, managed to sneak out of her room, make her way to the roof of the facility, to the rooftop bar. Now, why is a bar in an assisted living? I don't know. And consume alcohol. And another drink, and another drink, and another drink, until she was pissy drunk. Now, this alleged act, seemingly a desperate act as some form of independence or perhaps a manifestation of her struggles, reportedly had severe consequences. Now, the documentary claims following that incident, that's what landed Wendy Williams where she is now, in a memory unit of an assisted living facility. Now, for those unfamiliar with a memory unit, it is a specialized section within a care facility designed for individuals experiencing significant cognitive decline, like memory loss and often behavioral change challenges. Now, it offers a high level of supervision and structured care to ensure the safety and well-being of residents who may be prone to wandering or making impulsive decisions due to their conditions. Now, this alleged move, if accurate, raises a multitude of questions about the level of supervision Wendy was receiving prior to this incident. Now, the nature of her cognitive state at the time and the immediate implications for her long-term care. Now, it's a stark reminder of the complexity surrounding her guardianship and the immense challenges faced by both Wendy and those responsible for her care. Now, while we must reiterate that these are currently allegations presented within this documentary, and I must say that her guardian was on this documentary, and she's talking about this and that. So we don't know what she says is anywhere the truth. Now, since Wendy's begun speaking out about her the guardianship and health issues at the beginning of 2025, her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, has requested that she receive a new medical evaluation that will involve comprehensive neurological and psychological testing by specialists in the field. Now, in the issue of whether Wendy has the capacity to assess what it is in her own best interest, deserve renewed careful consideration by qualified experts and should not be left to careless speculation in tabloids, radio, or on the internet. This is what Miss Sabrina Morrissey, her guardian, says. Now, remember Wendy came on one of the talk shows with her health advocate, Good Day New York. That's where they were. That was in March. And Wendy claimed that she was taken to a hospital. She announced that she passed exams at the hospital with flying colors. Well, now in this documentary, Miss Morrissey saying that never happened. She said that this is a new medical evaluation, medical testing, including an MRI of her brain scan and neuropsychological assessments have been scheduled for Wendy. The court directed that the testing be completed in March. Now, Ms. Williams has declined to participate in the testing to date, and therefore the testing was not completed. I don't blame Wendy, because I don't trust anybody. I mean, who's ever heard of a bank getting the court to get a guardian over you? This is crazy. And they're telling her she's going to have an MRI of her brain. I don't blame Wendy. If my family's not there and these people around me, they could be doing anything to Wendy. So, I don't blame Wendy for not taking these so-called tests. And even on the documentary, they had some doctors talking about the situation. And they even brought up induced dementia with alcohol, which is what her son said that Wendy was diagnosed when he had her in his care. This doctor on the documentary said that he didn't think that Wendy had this primary progressive aphasia and frontal temporal dementia, this FTD, that her guardian announced in 2022. They said, no, we don't think. Several doctors weighed in and they said they don't think she has it. They said that alcohol is one of the main causes of cognitive decline and dementia. And this was a brain disorder specialist said in this documentary. By the way, the documentary is entitled Trapped. And in fact, I believe that alcoholic dementia is the second most common cause. And we know Wendy was drinking like a fish. We saw that on the other documentary. And we saw that she had no one, in her corner. She was by herself. She was given, we even saw where she even called a taxi cab and went and got her some alcohol and cigarettes. I mean, come on. So we know Wendy had a problem in the past with alcohol. And I believe that's why they was giving it to her, to keep her in this induced dementia state. The longer they can get her money, I'm sure Wendy and Wendy's family is saying, worth all this, all this money she made and all this glamour, and she don't have a dime to her name, can't touch a dime of her own money, and they pulling her away from her family. Take advantage financially of her money. But, she has so many other nieces, nephews, sister, brother that she can be in the care of instead of a total stranger that her bank put over her and her money. Mm, mm, mm. All right, guys, it's that time of the show that I'm going to bring it back to you. What y'all think? All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you so very much for watching. And I hope you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always important, be blessed, y'all.